Brandon Beane has made 31 trades since being the general manager of the Buffalo Bills. He's been a part of 5 NFL drafts, and he's actually made 9 draft day trades. So in this video, we're going to digest all of the draft day trades that Brandon Beane has made and why I believe that there is going to be another draft day trade by Brandon Beane in 2023. So, hey guys, welcome to my channel, Bills News Consolidated. We got to talk about it. 2018, Brandon Beane made some moves for our franchise. A guy that we just lost in this past free agency, but Josh Allen, Tremaine Edmonds were both traded up for in 2018, expending picks, seeking the guys that we ultimately want. Then in 2019, the Buffalo Bills decided to trade up again for Cody Ford and also Dawson Knox. So very interesting, right? We're going to take a look here at all the guys Brandon Beane is traded up for, and I really think the Buffalo Bills could be eyeing up a position or two here early rounds. I think it makes a lot of sense. So back-to-back years, Brandon Beane pulling the trigger on these trades. First year, Josh Allen, Tremaine Edmonds. The following year, Cody Ford, Dawson Knox. 2020, he takes a little bit of a step back, but what does he do? He trades for Stefon Diggs, expending a lot of picks in 2020 for Stefon Diggs. No draft day trades in 2020, but right back on track. 2021, Brandon Beane trades away a 5th-round pick for 2 6th-round picks, and we come away with Marquez Stevenson and our guy DeMar Hamlin. And then 2022 was the year. Last year, Brandon Beane went absolutely nuts, right? Trading up for Kaiir Elam, trading up for Khalil Shakir, and then trading back for Matt Araiza and James Cook. We actually ended up with Luke Tentua too, a tackle. So Brandon Beane has proved that during his 5 NFL drafts with the Buffalo Bills, he's made 9 draft day trades. I mean, he's averaging more than 1 draft day trade per draft. So there is definitely reason to expect Brandon Beane is definitely going to be making another trade in the 2023 NFL Draft. So the question is, who is that going to be? Who are the players that Brandon Beane is going to be eyeing up? And we have to take a look at this team and understand how good this team actually is. Do we really expect 2 6th-round picks, trading away a 5th-round pick for 2 6th-round picks? Do we expect those players to contribute to this team, knowing that Brandon Beane specifically stated that he needs to do a better job getting guys to contribute early on this field, and knowing that we have lost Leslie Frazier, one of the best coaches at coaching up fundamentals and getting players ready for the NFL. Maybe not the best play caller, but he was a great coach. So Brandon Beane is definitely seeking guys that are coming from programs that are well-suited, well-coached up, that are ready in the NFL with their fundamentals. We don't have to worry about any of those things. I really think Brandon Beane is seeking a trade up in this year's NFL Draft to get the players that we ultimately want. When you take a look at this first year, losing Tremaine Edmonds, and this first year with Sean McDermott calling plays on the defensive side of the football, and we really don't have our middle linebacker here. There's just going to be an awful large competition. So what is the move here? And when you do the draft simulations and you check it out, Buffalo Bills, we need guys early in this year's NFL Draft to come in and contribute, to actually compete to this team. I highly doubt a 5th-round pick or a 4th-round pick can even come in and compete with a guy like Spencer Brown. So therefore, I think a 1st or a 2nd-round pick being expended on a tackle or a linebacker makes the most amount of sense. You know, having a 3rd-round pick, 4th-round pick come in and try to compete with guys like Terrell Bernard or Balin Spector at that middle linebacker position, or Terrell Dotson. I don't know if they're going to beat him out, but a 1st-round pick, a guy like Jack Campbell, Drew Sanders, a 2nd-round pick maybe, or a 1st-round pick, Trenton Simpson. I think these top 3 players could definitely come in and contribute and start, win Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Buffalo Bills in 2023. But the problem is, when you do these draft simulations, who's going to be there, who's not going to be there? Whether we decide to go linebacker first, what tackles are going to be there in the 2nd round? Or if we decide to go tackle in the 1st round, like a guy, DeJuan Jones, 6'8", 380 pounds, a dancing bear at 27 overall, what linebacker is going to be there in the 2nd round for the Buffalo Bills, especially when we're picking that late? Therefore, I really believe the Buffalo Bills should be eyeing up another trade up in the bottom of the first or early in the second round to get both the players that we want. So whether the Buffalo Bills do end up drafting DeJuan Jones at 27th overall, why lose out on the cream of the crop linebacker that the Buffalo Bills ultimately want? You know, Sean McDermott has his eye on his guy for the middle linebacker, the quarterback of this defense, whether it's Jack Campbell, Trenton Simpson, or Drew Sanders. The Buffalo Bills have to trade up for one of these players. I don't think we're going to be complacent, sitting back, hoping that one of these guys comes to us. And we see it. A trade up for Allen, a trade up for Edmonds, a trade up for Dawson Knox, Cody Ford, Kyer Elam, right? We're doing some big time things here that the Buffalo Bills are seeking the players that they ultimately want. And I really think whether the Buffalo Bills select tackle first, they're going to be trading up for a linebacker, right? Or if they select a linebacker first, they're going to be trading up for a tackle. And some other tackles here, I know I like DeJuan Jones, but Matthew Bergeron from Syracuse is an absolutely dynamic fit. And I really think he's willing to play both right and left side. He could definitely come in and still compete with Spencer Brown. Matthew Bergeron was said to be working one-on-one with Aaron Kromer, our offensive line coach. Again, the connection with Syracuse. You know, players in these kids have a choice to go to these colleges, you know. And I really like the fact that he's from Canada, came down to Syracuse at a camp, made a name for himself, showcased his skills, ended up taking an offer at Syracuse, and look where he's at. And I really like it. I think that would be a great fit, fitting Buffalo, that hard work, that DNA, working and striving to get better, you know, and he has that attitude. Matthew Bergeron is probably my second choice for the Buffalo Bills, but I don't think Bergeron is going to be there in the second round that late. So if the Bills say, hey, look, Jack Campbell's our guy, we know that these linebackers don't necessarily even have the first round grade, you know, and being at 27, the Buffalo Bills should clearly get Jack Campbell, Drew Sanders, or Trenton Simpson, you know, but maybe a Jackson Smith-Njigba wide receiver slips to the Buffalo Bills at 27th overall. Maybe they are considering Bijan Robinson, although that's not what I'm thinking here. We have Damian Harris, James Cook, right? But maybe they do consider that because they slipped and it's such a great value. But again, I am definitely eyeing up a trade up in this year's NFL draft. I don't know if it's going to be a trade up in the first, maybe a trade up in the beginning of the second round to get that tackle, to get that linebacker, to actually get players to come in and compete with the competition on this team. We're that good. I don't know. The third round pick, it could still come in and compete, but those fourth, fifth, sixth round picks, it's going to be awfully tough to make this roster. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hit like, subscribe. You really need those likes and subscriptions, guys. Really appreciate every single one of you. Hope this channel keeps rocking here. Check you guys soon. Go Bills. Peace.